Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, and for those who are new here, you are very welcome. My name is Diane. In today's video I'm coming to you with different 4C hairstyles, this being one of them. So if you are interested in this kind of videos, stay tuned and keep on watching. I hope you enjoy the video. The first style I'm gonna start with is the overnight Bantu knots. With this style, all you have to do is wash your hair, make sure you super oil it. I've heard a lot of people confusing or not understanding how to really style this, or that their hair never turned out really good. My secret is to actually pack your hair with oil, and not the super strong ones. Actually use simple and light oils on your hair, and do it while your hair is still wet so that it can really be completely moisturized. So you're gonna do that, and then tie your hair into Bantu knots and sleep with it, so that by the time it dries up the next day, hopefully if you can even have it longer, do it, because your curls are gonna be even more defined. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put in a little bit of oil again before you detangle the hair, so that it does not lose the moisture. And you're gonna do it to every section. Basically you can also detangle according to how thick you want your hair to look like, or what kind of texture you're trying to achieve. And also when it comes to the Bantu knots themselves, if you want the more defined curls, make sure you make them really tiny. As you see, mine were a bit bigger. And also I have 4C hair, so this is how your 4C hair could turn out when you do the Bantu knots. As you see, all my hair is fully detangled. So what you're gonna do is get a comb and try to comb through from the roots, and not completely all the way up, because this is more to kind of give it volume. So you're just gonna do a little light combing and not completely all the way, to make the hair look a bit thicker, a bit bigger. And this is how your 4C hair could look like. The next style I'm gonna do is a more stylish puff. I could not come up with a name for this one, you guys, so let's call it a more stylish puff. So what you're gonna do is divide your hair in half. It does not necessarily need to be in half. It can always be like the frontal part, kind of like I did. And this all depends on how big you want your puff to be in the back. Yes, you're gonna divide this. It could be so nice if you're in the bathroom. I literally had to film this for you guys, so I'm not sure how super straight my line was, but if you could get mirrors on the side where you can actually completely see what you're doing, it would be great. Get a thread or whatever you use to hold your hair in the back so that it's out of the way, and then we're gonna go ahead and style the front hair. So I chose to do triangular shapes, you guys, in no specific form actually, but I thought triangles were gonna look a bit more interesting to look at. You can always choose triangles or squares. So go ahead and get the hair that you're actually gonna use and detangle it, and make sure you comb through, and then you're gonna get some edge control and put on the side. It's not always that it works. I actually have not found a really good edge control for my hair, but this one worked right okay for this style. And you're gonna go ahead and comb through at the tops, and then use these mini small rubber bands. You guys, when I tell you, I suffered with these because I over tied them in the beginning, which you do not need to do. You do not need to be over tying the whole hair like this, because it's gonna get tighter anyways later. But it kept breaking, so I redid most of these. I've heard about putting the rubber bands in oil, but I feel like that's more so that your hair does not dry out. As you see, I went ahead and did the second triangle. It is finally coming along, you guys. One thing I'll tell you is that it would be nice to actually plan ahead and know what kind of shapes you would want to have, because I was a bit everywhere in this one, but then again, it was just for the video, so it was quite okay. Something I forgot to show you guys is that I do put oil on my scalp right in between before I put the edge control, because I do not want my scalp to be out here looking crusty. So I do that, and then comb through my hair, and then put some edge control and continue like I did before in the first one. this is how the hair looks like when it's all done. It's funny how this process could have been way shorter if I actually did braid my hair straight away. So if you want to make it easier for yourself, as soon as you're actually done doing that triangular part, just braid your hair, and you can choose to do normal braids or you can do twists. So I had done twists before just to get the hair out of the way, but you get to choose what style you want to have. So right now I'm going ahead and braiding each and every single strand, not strand, but like, anyways, piece or part. Yeah, English is a problem, but you're gonna go ahead and do that, and you're gonna do it to literally all of them, because that's what's gonna make the triangles be seen later on when we put it into a puff. I went ahead and did my baby hair. You do not have to do it straight away. You could do it at the end when you're done, but I went ahead and did it now. And honestly, my hair is looking quite weird. Anyways, that's not the point. So you're gonna use that thread that you had used in the back before and remove it, and then comb through your hair, not all the way, again, just to give it a bit of volume. So we're gonna push back all the hair that we had braided, and we're gonna use the thread to kind of like do like the way you would do a pineapple style, but in the back, honestly. And you kind of have to be more in control of how the front looks like, and making sure that all the hair goes inside, and then pull it to however big or small you want your puff to be. And this is how it could look like. Style it however you want. You can always add accessories into this one, which is what's cute about this style. The third style I'm doing is the Mohawk buns. I really enjoy doing this one, and as you see, I had blow dried hair. Honestly, this style is a bit harder to do just by your own, because making the lines look straight is quite hard. So if you can find somebody to help you, definitely use the help. But I started by prepping the sections, and I'm gonna do 4 different buns. So I started by prepping and like choosing where the lines are gonna be. If you can get mirrors on both sides of your head, do it, literally, because otherwise you're gonna really look discombobulated. But I did that and then used my sister for help to make me clear up the lines. The reason I actually blow dried my hair for this style is because I wanted my hair to still look big, because I do not have a super huge afro. But if you have bigger hair, honestly, you do not need to be blow drying your hair. You can just do it on your natural hair the way it is. But if you want it to look exactly like the way I did mine, you could blow dry it. Also, with long hair, blow drying it is gonna give your buns a more cleaner look, but it works both ways, honestly. The final style is the Bantu knots with braiding hair. I've always wanted to do Bantu knots, but I've always felt like my hair is quite short. So I was like, why not put some braiding hair on my natural hair and make it look really natural? So you're gonna go ahead and divide your hair into sections to make it easier for yourself. I wanted to do triangles. I always feel like triangles look really beautiful, but I couldn't see really, and I had nobody to help me at home, so I went for squares instead. I feel like they were a bit easier. And so you're gonna go ahead and divide your hair and literally section it into whatever shapes you want it to be. And after I did this, I braided it into twists so I could get the hair out of the way. When you're done sectioning your hair, you're gonna go ahead and comb through and braid each and every single section. So I started by putting the tiny black rubber bands, of course, and it does not look as tight, but do not worry about that, because later on when we tie them into knots, they actually do get tight. So I had some extra braiding hair at home, so you can always use that. It does not need to look perfect because it's gonna be tied later on anyways. So just go ahead and braid in your hair, and if you are good at hiding your natural hair under, do that, because that makes it look even more clean. But again, do not worry about the fact that it does not look tight, because it does get tighter when you put the hair into knots. Here I wanted to show you guys a bit up close on how I do braid my hair. And as you see on the braid on the other side, it does not need to look perfect at the end, because you're actually gonna make it into a knot later. So what you're gonna do to make the Bantu knot is you're gonna wrap the hair around itself basically, and make sure you literally wrap and put all the hair and hide it under, kind of like you would do a normal bun. Who's gonna check me? Who gonna check me?
Check me. Who gonna check me?
Anyways, so the lines in here are kind of messed up because I did this on my own. I was hoping my sister would help me because I don't really see what I'm doing, and I was trying to film some parts of it right here, so I couldn't really go to the bathroom and have double mirrors, all that stuff. But if you have somebody who can help you, get someone to literally help you do the lines, because it's a bit harder to make straight lines, because something is messed up. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you can try out these different styles and make it prettier, add in a bit of something, whatever you want to do. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time, beautiful people.